To all you sweet married people out there, it's that time again. Another marriage ministry meetup happening Saturday, July 23rd at 9 a.m. Go ahead and mark that date, put it on your calendars. Come on out to the Samaritan's Feet, 4808 Chesapeake Drive in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're going to have some community service with your sweetie right by your side. Afterwards, we're going to link up for a lovely lunch. Put your feet up and we're going to eat up and have some fellowship and food. For all that you do, may God bless you. Right, to all you sweet married people out there, it's spot. Hey, come on and sip your tea in ministry. Come taste and see relationships can be real and loving. Laughter is medicine. Now tell me how you've been. I believe that you can win. A moment of transparency. Hey, my spot. Hey, come on and sip your tea.
Mott Spot, a moment of transparency, a place where there is a judge-free zone. We thank you for coming to share on tonight with us at the Mott Spot. We are here and we're live. I'm looking if you could just like and share with someone because I'm going to be asking some questions concerning our last season. We just finished our first season, so we'll get ready to go into another season. So I kind of wanted to get feedback on how you guys enjoyed the first season, and if there's something that you would like for us to talk about on the Mott Spot, then we would be more than happy to take those requests and see what we can do. But I'm so excited about just being here and what God has done and the opportunity to sit and talk with my guests and to learn about their moment of transparency, and it was all awesome. So those of you who have been watching the Mott Spot, if you could just put in there maybe the shows that you like the most, and just kind of let me know. I think all of them were good. There were some that maybe dealt with different situations for you guys. So, all right. So there's one question I do want to ask. I want to ask, how many times today did you have a moment of transparency? How many times today that you had a moment of transparency, and also how did you feel? Because sometimes when we have a moment of transparency, people look at it as a negative content, but it's not always negative. So I just want to know how many times you had a moment of transparency on today, and how did you feel about it? Okay? And please like and share so we can get some more people on so y'all can talk to me. Okay? Just like and share. Okay, if you had a moment of transparency on today, tell me how many times and what did you feel? How did you feel? So I can share with my moment of transparency on today. There's a situation that I've been dealing with more than 5 times. It made me reflect, absolutely. There's a situation that I've been dealing with, and I had a moment of just thinking how I felt about that situation and dealing with me. Like she said, Lisa said, that it's a moment of reflection. You begin to think about everything and reflect on everything. And I think that's what being truthful to your situation where you are, it allows you to reflect. So let me see if anybody else said anything. Okay, if we can like and share. And also, we want to talk about what was your favorite show, or one that you really gleaned from. Can you share what your favorite show was or what you gleaned from? I felt like I have to keep going. Absolutely. And that's one thing that being truthful to yourself would do for you. Last night, yesterday was a very emotional day for me. Yesterday was my husband's birthday, and we went out. This is my moment of transparency. We went out to have dinner, and there's a couple things that we are dealing with. And I got back home, and I just wanted to reflect on just my marriage and things, and I had to be truthful to myself in having a moment of transparency concerning where I am with myself, with my husband, and with our marriage. So I began to think about God, and I've been talking about being able, it's okay to tell the truth. It's okay to tell the truth. You have to, and that is being honest with where you are and what you're dealing with and things that are happening in your life. It's not a point of you just, exposing yourself or exposing your business out to everyone, but being true to yourself. And I began to think about the scripture, John 4:24. They that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. And that really just stuck with me because I can't even worship God correctly if I'm not true to myself. So I began to put on, I thoroughly enjoyed Pastor Grady. I hope I got the name correct. Absolutely. I enjoyed her as well. So I put some music, some worship music on, and I began to worship out of myself, out of my truth, out of my pain, what I was feeling. I began to worship God. And God came and he really ministered to me. He spoke to my heart. But I realized that I had to be truth. Even in tears coming out my face and me dealing with what I was dealing with, I was truthful to God, and I was able to worship him, and he really touched me. So it's very key that we be reminded that, it's okay for us to be honest about where we are, what we're dealing with. And I think that's why the Lord allowed me to have this platform, the Moment of Transparency, giving people a space to tell their story, giving people a space to be able to be truthful, not just you finding out about somebody's business. Is so much more than that. And that's the feedback that I received with the guests that came, that people really enjoyed. People being honest and having a space to tell their story. And so many people were blessed with the mother-daughter situation, the husband-wife, the young lady that lost her mom and she was thriving. And, people really enjoy working in ministry with your spouse. They enjoyed that. So it was really a blessing to someone. And that's what the Mott Spot is. We want you to come and share your story, that you could be a blessing to someone else. It just gives God a moment, gives him a space to be glorified when you come and share your story, because a lot of times people think that they're in a situation by themselves, but somebody else is going through it as well. I love how people are so authentic and preserved through circumstances. Yes, it's awesome. It's awesome that people can come and feel a place where they can really talk and they can share. And, I thank God for, I haven't heard anything negative, which I really don't care, because that when you start something, people are going to be people. Everybody has an opinion, right? But we just are blessed that people are coming out and they're launching out. And I thank God for this platform that he has given us to be able to do that. I had one Mott Spot I had to regroup. Okay. One felt good because I trusted the person. Today, once, because you trusted. Okay. And how about that? You think about being in a place where you have a moment of transparency with someone that you trust. That is so key. And I think even coming on the Mott Spot, and people may not, some of my guests I do not know, and they don't know me. I meet them for the first time. I've either heard their story through Facebook or someone shared with me about an individual. But coming to a place where you can trust. When you come on the Mott Spot, I'm not coming to ask you questions to get your business I heard something, I'm trying to come and embarrass you or pull something out. The Mott Spot is a place where you come and you share what you would like to share. And I'm just so grateful for that opportunity to be able to allow people to come and share what they want to share. I don't have no questions that I send you or ask you, because it's what you want to share. And then I'll just glean from what you're saying. And if I think of something that you said, then I'll bring it and I'll elaborate on it. So that's what the Mott Spot does. And I just believe that God is going to really, this next season, our second season that is coming up, that he's going to do even greater things and give us a greater platform to bring healing and restoration. One thing I'm a heart person, and I love seeing people free. I love people being delivered and healed. And I realize I've even asked myself, like, Lord, why do I have to experience so many things dealing with the heart? But I can't, if I don't go through it, then I can't help someone else. So I really thank God for that. All righty. Do we have any other comments? And if you would like to be a part, come on and be a co-host. We're going to have a time for that at some point. If you would like to come and just hang out with the Mott Spot and be a co-host, I would love to have you on here and giving ideas of what you would like to see, what you would like to talk about. I believe that we can set up a place where we can talk about things that are not usually talked about in the church arena. So that's what I'm excited about. So, mental health is very important. There's so many people. I was watching a TikTok yesterday, and this young lady came on, and she was saying that she was so alone that she needed a friend. I think her TikTok topic was she's lonely and she needs a friend. And she was just crying. She's a young girl, and I believe she lost her mom. And it was just sad. She was like, I'm just lonely. I've been by myself, and I just need a true friend. And, social media, some stuff is off the chain, but everything is not bad. And I believe that we need to just yield. I've seen people come on and say that they were depressed, and I've reached out to people that came across my Facebook page and just, try to minister to them or talk to them, because it's nothing like knowing that someone cares about you or someone is concerned about you. And I think we should not overlook those times or those things that we see concerning someone, because they're crying out. And even though it's social media, and you would think, why would somebody come on there and, expose themselves like that? But people, it's time for us to be true to ourselves and to be real. There's so many people that have committed suicide because they didn't have anyone to talk to, or they felt they didn't have anyone to talk to, or nobody would understand. Because you will be judged. People will judge you for how you feel. But if how you feel will save your life by telling somebody, or save you from doing something crazy, it's okay to tell. So that's why I thank God for the Mott Spot. And I've been on this journey. I actually became true with myself maybe almost 3 years ago when I entered into the internship of my chaplaincy. And I'm telling you guys, that internship started something really awesome. And then I went on to do my residency there for a year at Alamance Regional Hospital. And even doing that, like, we did class, we did work, we did visiting patients, and we was assigned to different floors. But I'm telling you, in our group processing, that's what they call it, group processing, so many things came out of me. I was really embraced. The atmosphere was really conducive for me to share. And I said this maybe about a year ago one time, but even through that group processing, we were talking, and I began to release how I was raped. And I had never, ever told anyone that I was raped. And that group processing and that experience as a residency and chaplaincy, it gave me an opportunity to have a moment of transparency and tell it. And it was so shocking. How many of you know, let me pause right here and say this. How many of you know that things happen to us and we bury those things and we forget those things and we act like those things did not happen because they remind us of pain, or, people back will blame us for things that happened to us or things that has occurred in our lives. But at that moment, I realized that I hadn't told anybody. I went home after being married to my husband, where then it was 22 years, because this was, 22 years. And I went home and I told him, you know what, I didn't tell you, but I was raped. And, of course, him and his comical self, he wanted to go find the guy. The guy probably was dead because it was an older man and I was a young girl. And, I just released that to him, and it was just so amazing that I hid that for so long as if it didn't happen. And doing that residency, it brought back. So, it's very key for us to have a space to deal with our true self where we are. So I'm really excited about that. So anybody else got anything to say? I'm looking. I see a few people on the KCC page. I'm just trying to read, see if I see any comments. So just having a place where we can share and everybody can, be used by God, because that's what it's about. It's a space where God can get the glory out of our lives. And I think it's very important and very key that we share the things that God has done and things that God has brought us out. Is very important, and someone will appreciate you. Everyone is not going to run you down or talk about you. Let me see. It can be free. It can free you and get rid of those ways. Yes, absolutely. And you think about it, when you start to express what's really in your heart and what's really going on, you begin to feel lighter, even with just releasing. I can remember I was in a meeting with someone, and they had shared with me when I was sharing with them what was going on with me, and they talked about the freedom that they sensed after I released what I had to. And it is great freedom. And things might not change right away, but it is freedom in releasing how you feel, because it gives you that space and that place where deliverance can take place, healing can take place, freedom can become yours, freedom in your mind and in your heart. And I think it's very key that we get to a place where we can share things, share how we're feeling, share what's going on with us. And it's not to just go and scream it to the mountaintop, but there's always people that the Lord will put in your path where you can share those things so you will not be alone, because some people, have gone through the things that you've gone through, and they want to be a part of that process with you because they love you and they love God. So that's a great opportunity. So would someone tell me some things that they might want to hear from the Mott Spot? I'm kind of quiet. I tell y'all all the time, God have a sense of humor to bring me and have me to do a talk show. But that is true. That's why the Mott Spot is so helpful. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. And that's what we want it to be. We want it to be helpful. We want it to be motivating. We want it to be encouraging. We want people to feel relieved and feel really good about coming on and sharing their story. And that's the feedback that I've gotten from all of my guests. Basically, I really enjoyed it. I really felt good. I felt better. And then people, come up to me and they said, thank you for sharing. So it's a blessing that you can do that. So we see mental health conversations. I think mental health is very good because, believe it or not, we encounter people that are depressed on a day-to-day basis. Seriously, because one thing, and I think about women are strong. We are, we have an innate ability to just be everything that everybody else needs, but not for ourselves. And then we'll get into a moment where we can be in a depressed state, but still going, still making moves, still making things happen for other people. So it's very important that we can talk about those things that we're dealing with and finding connection with someone else and being that strength until we get crossed over to the situation that we're dealing with. So I'm really excited about what God is doing, and I know that this next season will offer up some great opportunities for people to come and share their story, and someone else is touched by it, because that's the key, that someone's touched. People rededicate their lives back to the Lord, rededicate their lives back to relationships that God has ordained and He has purposed. So we're excited about that. So mental health is one. I would like to see marriages, people come on that have dealt with things in their marriage, and God has, healed and delivered, and now they're able to talk about it, tell the story. So that's one thing that I would love to bring on, and bring some youth. I'm really looking forward to bring youth. How about a tea time with a co-host, close friend, where you discuss normal daily challenges, how to overcome it? Lisa, that's a great idea. That is a wonderful idea, because I want it to be personal and, but relevant, bring in real life stuff that people really, really deal with. Bringing married couples on to talk about, that's your hot topics. Talk about anything. It doesn't matter, from, making it clean, because we know we have different people watching us, but, things that we deal with as married couples, So I'm excited about that. And the Lord will give me a way that we can do that and we can make it suitable for Facebook. Amen. Yes. So, free the ways. I'm just trying to read comments. So, and also, if you, I want to remind you guys, and you can share with other people, that they can send a clip of a moment of transparency, and we'll look at them and we'll post them on our page. So we can share if you're just having a moment of transparency during that day. We did have one clip where Elder Quentin, Elder Q, he put his dealing with the shooting with the kids, so he put his moment of transparency on there. So that's an example. If you need an example, you can go on the page and you can see that. But we would love to have have y'all to come on and be a part of that. And if you know anyone that you think would be a good guest, you can also message us and let us know, and we can reach out to them as well. Are there any questions or any other statements from those of you who are watching? Great. Let me ask a question again. If you could change anything that happened today, those of you who are watching, what would that have been? If you could change anything that happened on today, what would that be? And I'll go first. So our internet system at our job have been crazy this whole week. So I've been driving to work hoping that they fixed it, and I get to work and it's not fixed. So I had to waste my gas, and y'all know gas is high, and I had to go back to my house and work from home when I could have just stayed there. So if I could have changed something, that was simple, right? And some things are simple. Something is not, it's hard, because first thing you could think of, money. I want more money, or I want this, I want that. No, just the fact of having internet service. Like, if I could have changed it, I would have loved to do that, because it would have made my job a little easier today. But that's mine. Do anybody else have something? If you could have changed something that happened today, what would it have been? So I think Elder Q said relationships. Is that a topic? Yeah, so topic about relationships. I think that is very good. And, I think if people would share, things that they're dealing with, because you can see people and you can think that all is love and all is going good, but it could be not going so good. And it's good that you can come and you can talk about it and how to navigate through different things, be it if it's friendship, be it if it's marriage, be it if it's dating, be it if it's siblings. I'm going to do something I'm thinking about in October, bring all of my siblings on the show, and hopefully I can get some more people that will bring their siblings on and talk about their lives, like growing up and things they may experience. So I'm going to bring my family, and I think it's going to be in October. Our mother's birthday is in October, so I'm thinking about doing that in October, just bringing all of my siblings, and I got a lot of them, and we can sit and we can talk about just our growing up years and things that we experience. So that's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully we can get other siblings to come in as well. So I would have walked earlier this morning and got my day going in the right direction. Let the bed go. Oh, okay. Yes. You know what? We walk like 5 o'clock in the morning, me and my husband. And I'm telling you, go in there and get it out, and you feel so much better. I think that's one thing that we can incorporate. Whatever your exercise is, do your exercise. It makes you feel so much better, and it helps you get your day started. Yes, Lisa, I think that would be good. So you guys will have to come on here and be a part of the show, being with your siblings. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a good kickoff. So we're going to do it in October. And also, I'm thinking about, I want to do a mentor, like someone that mentored you. We're gonna make them our spotlight, spotlight, celebrating them. So we're gonna have people to come and bring their guests and celebrate them. So I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna do that as well. For a season, just celebrating people, because we have a hard time of celebrating people unless they in our inner circle. And sometimes, we get jealous and we don't want to celebrate. So we want to bring people on that has been an integral part of our lives and celebrate them on the Mott Spot. All right. That would be awesome. It's okay. All right, so I want y'all to really help us get the Mott Spot out. And like I said, if you know anyone, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but if you know anyone, this is like, it wasn't a setup, a plan. I just want to come over here and just freestyle, and that's exactly what I'm doing, freestyling. So, but if you know anyone that would be a good guest for the Mott Spot, allowing them to have a moment of transparency, I would love, 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 love for them to come. Just connect us. If you know me personally, just let me know and give me contact information. Or if not, you can go on our messenger on the Mott Spot and let us know. Shout out to my bishop, who's here. He gives us an opportunity to come into the church and do the Mott Spot. So give a shout out to him and Bishop Myron Dawson and Pastor Francine Dawson. And we just thank God for them allowing us to come here and to do our recordings. Amen. I love the freestyle. You're doing great. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to get ready to sign off. And I just want to thank everyone for coming. Coming in, tapping in, and like I said, we will be starting our second season, and continue to just support and continue to watch and share, like and share, and I just thank you for taking your time out to come and spend a little time with us. Okay, this is your girl around the corner, Stephanie Chapman. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.
Hey, come on and see.